right, welcome back, folks. I'm happy and lucky enough to be joined with Guardian from Na'Vi. You came out the victor today, but boy, 2 tough matches. No walk in the park for either. Let's walk through the first one. LDLC sent you down to the lower bracket of group. Walk me through a little bit of that match. What went right, but more importantly, kind of what went wrong, and how you then mentally fixed it for the next map, next team.
Well, first game was against LDLC. We went up like 7-4, winning. Everything was working, but then we lost like stupid rounds, getting picked every round from last 4 rounds by one by one, and then yeah, it was 8-7, I guess, to them. So yeah, the first half was fine, but then we lost the pistol round. Then we took a bye, but also lost it. So we had like bad economics, no money at all, and then we lost the first buy round. So on City side, everything went wrong way for us, and yeah, that's why we lost.
What do you do as a team? You know, you're obviously a contender always. You probably, in your own minds, thought you should have won that match. So what do you do in between the 2 games to kind of reset the compass in the sense of, you know, being ready for the next match?
Well, that's probably the manager stuff that he helps us. He's like a psychology things, saying us, and this kind of stuff that helps us. And yeah, we are talking as team about what will we do in the future, like in next rounds, one by one, and this kind of stuff.
And on to Copenhagen Wolves. You played them yesterday. You beat them yesterday. So probably today, maybe a little confidence going back down to them because you had seen them, familiar with them, obviously different map. So walk us through today. Obviously we went to an overtime.
They're a great team. Like the individual skill in their team is great. Like Nico is one of the best snipers, even though he haven't had a good performance in this game. But for us, they're like a random team. We haven't played them a single time online, so we didn't know what to wait. So for us, it was a big random game, but fortunately, it was a win for us.
So 2-part question. Great first half. Second half kind of all falls apart. You start round after round after round. You call a very crucial timeout. So what was discussed during the timeout? And then the second part of that question is, what do you think about the idea of having official timeouts like that? Not for technical issues, but for a team to kind of re-psych themselves.
Well, the most important part of the timeout was to calm down, because we were all stressed. We lost 10 rounds in a row, if we count the T side. So yeah, we were talking about what will we do, what kind of strategy to avoid some easy pickups from them. And then we just gathered all the points of spirit. So.
Do you like the idea of having that a rule set where you at least get 1 timeout per game?
Yeah, of course.
And another question, not related to what you've just done, but been a lot of talk this weekend about the new maps. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the 2 new maps. And obviously I don't want you to give away any secrets of what you might have practiced or not practiced, but just general thoughts on them, and if you've watched any of the other teams playing on them, what you thought.
Well, I personally like the map, like the both maps, but I enjoy to watch them. But from the point of the player to play it, it's a bit fast or early to play them at this event. We had like 10 days to practice it, so we had to choose one to practice and to remove the next one. So it's a good addition, so we can see the skill of teams, how can they prepare on the new maps. So in general, I like it.
And last but not least, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Obviously, we have Virtus.pro and Fnatic setting up for the next match, starting Group C. Thoughts on who might win? Obviously, we don't know the map yet, but thoughts?
I think Virtus.pro will win, but if Fnatic will be like picking up frags one by one, they have 2 good snipers that they can use on any map. One aggressive, one like more defensive. So I mean, if Virtus.pro can counter it, then I think Virtus.pro will win.
Thank you, Guardian. Appreciate that. All right, folks, that's it for us on the stage. As I just said, Virtus.pro taking on Fnatic next. Ander and Semler, all yours.
Thank you so much, Scoot. So now we get into Group C here. Fnatic versus VP is going to be the first match to decide who goes through first seed into the playoffs tomorrow. And Guardian with the predictions seems just about right now. I just have to say that VP, they've got the edge going into this match.
I do think so, but in a best of one, I mean, it's difficult to say you have too much of an edge. I agree. I think Virtus.pro is the favorites here, but we've already seen how much just a few rounds really matter. This is the bracket here for Group C, which we're at now. Already that team had to depart, and now Virtus.pro Fnatic are fighting. The losers is going to be playing the North American team iBuyPower, and that's not going to be an easy game either, so we'll have to see how it turns out. Nobody's out of the group yet, but one of these two teams is going to be the first team out of Group C.
You're exactly right. Yeah, and iBuyPower waiting down there in the second seed match. I mean, not all Freedom Birds on that team. We got to talk about Moose too, because there's a couple Canadians. So, iBuyPower, they actually had both of their maps on Cobble yesterday as well, to boot. So they got a real taste of the new maps. We'll see if they can actually get a classic map today to settle things on, because they're going to have one chance to keep their tournament hopes alive, one map to do it on. But first, we go into this match here, the Swedes
and look at this
versus the Poles.
Fnatic really in force here. We have obviously the 5 players, then we have Devilwalk, former player on that lineup.
Who's now their coach.
And Khan, who's now their coach, and then Khan he's
here for moral support.
He's the chief gaming officer of Fnatic.
Yeah. He's here to make sure that the investment is going to work out, right? I mean, we're talking about two, actually what's the real beauty of this match, Anders, and we cannot forget it, is the fact that we're dealing with two major champions right here. These two teams. Fnatic, they win DreamHack Winter. Not the same lineup, they've changed 2 members, but still, Fnatic win DreamHack Winter, and VP, they took the last major at Katowice.
Yeah. The 2 newcomers to the Fnatic lineup are Olofmeister and Crims, and they're definitely worth the investment. Here we go, Taz on the Virtus.pro lineup, and obviously Virtus.pro, as you said, won the last major tournament, and did so with a pretty impressive run too.
And looked dominant doing it as well. They looked like this unstoppable plow that was just going through everybody they got on their way.
And they also played at Gfinity and came out on top, beating Titan in the finals, which was one hell of a crazy game too. Showing all of a sudden that they can play Nuke.
It's a real pleasure, man. And I mean, this is the thing, VP on Nuke as well. So they've managed to get some good prac in on a map. Their strength now overall in this pool is going to get just that much better, because Train is no longer in this pool. It's a 7-map pool. We have Cash, we have Overpass, and we have Cobble in there as well. So the real question here between both of these teams is, are they willing to let the new maps get through and leave it up to chance?
I think definitely yes.
You would put first seed on one of the new maps, a map that you have hardly practiced. I mean, you've practiced, but you don't have nearly as much experience on.
I wouldn't, but I bet they will. I bet you that that's going to be at least one of the new maps in there.
I would really expect VP to be wanting to get Dust 2 right now. Like Dust 2, Inferno, they're excellent on those maps. So tough to predict, so tough to deal with.
And this is basically Counter-Strike royalty. 3 out of the 5 members here on Virtus.pro have been playing Counter-Strike for an incredible amount of time, and they have a weird talent for being just mind-blowingly good at major tournaments. And that is something they've been feared for all throughout their careers. We are missing one of the original lineups anyway, involved Cuban and Lord, and it's been a while since we've seen them.
And Schneider is here in spirit, guys, on Taz's jersey. You know, he may not be on Fnatic anymore, but he's here. He made it. Just saying. But yeah, no, you're right, man. This is the thing. And VP have that same tendency as NiP. They seem to ramp it up as soon as they start getting into the playoffs. Or right now it's the group phase, best of 1. So they're still vulnerable almost. They should be able to eke out the win, but they're still vulnerable. It's not until they really get into the playoffs where they just start looking like this indomitable force that's going to roll through everybody. We got JW here, who's actually had. I mean, JW actually is one of the guys we have to watch on Fnatic, because he's actually been a bit inconsistent with his play for quite some time now. I mean, since we've added on the 2 members, I mean, Olofmeister, Crims has had strong performances, but then have Olofmeister and JW really managed to settle and really mesh on the new team?
And just a poor camera work here as that monitor is obscuring Pasha's biceps. I have to protest that. Get on the other side. This is,
Give us a close-up. Give us a zoom.
Close-up, please.
All right, so let's go back to Fnatic and make this happen. A zoom in on the biceps, please.
Well,
and in case the cameraman, we're talking about the man at the far end of the table. That devilishly handsome man. He's got the biceps. Really tough not to recognize it. All right, well, hello, everybody. We have everybody here live at Gamescom. Monstrous event, humongous, and so many people here. But of course, not a damn seat open here in the CS area.
Yeah, can we get a bit of a cheer for Virtus.pro, your Polish neighbors right here in Germany? Just a big clap for them, because they are definitely the favorites and they're the defending champions. No.
This guy is just shaking his head. No, no cheering for VP. I'm not doing it.
Ah, there we go. There are some people out there willing to back them up. And I bet we do have a lot of Fnatic fans in the crowd as well. And they might need the cheering a little bit more. We have Scooch down there.
Oh, and
right
we have a traitor.
Yeah.
We have a traitor. That was Simon. And he's got a Titan jersey on now. He doesn't have a Complexity jersey on. For shame.
Look at the lineup here. Pronax and Khan and Devil all just having a bit of a chat. Ready and waiting.
The real problem here, what's really going to be stressful, is we noticed Flusha shaved his beard. Flusha no longer has his beard. Do you think that that's going to really hurt his performance here, Anders? Do you think that that's going to make the difference? Because, I mean, we look at Edward consistently getting kills.
We're going to have to put some research into the correlation between, you know, beard and performance.
Hey-o.
Definitely worth an article somewhere in some esports magazine, I feel.
Oh, man, somebody giving the gun signal as well. This guy's hype right now.
They're ready for it.
Suavely hype, suavely hype.
I mean, the audience has been pretty much full all day, and there's even someone who brought a Kappa picture at the end there as well, so that's brilliant. That's exactly what we need.
Oh, yeah. Where are the skins, though? Easy skins, easy life. We need that poster again. But there's Neo, and once again, we're being robbed of the glory. Oh, we got a glimpse there. We got a glimpse of the biceps. Better angle this time, cameraman. We know, we'll work on it.
Yeah, slow improvement, right? Slow improvement. Apart from that, apart from the three legends on this team, we have Bialy and Snags, who have proven very quickly to be absolutely terrifying players as well. They're so good. They're so good on land too, and they are perfectly able to step it up when anyone else is, you know, is lacking. That's when they do their work.
Oh, Snags on my fantasy team, man. I trusted in him.
On your
I mean, Snags is one of those players that is, I mean, he was one of the newest additions, as you said. You know, we had the original 3 of the Golden 5, but now Snags and Bialy have been added to that lineup, and with this lineup, they went on to win the major at Katowice. But that was a lot, that had a lot to do with Snags and Bialy basically running around and imposing their will on anybody they faced. We have Snags here in front of you, but this is the guy to watch right now on VP. Pasha has the room on VP to move around and get frags with that AWP. VP actually kind of play around Pasha, but a lot of the time, it's Snags with the X-ray vision, looking through smokes, finding frags, or just coming in big with triple kills. So Snags, a lot riding on his shoulders right here to get the ball VP in this match, because first seed is on the line, and VP, that would be the perfect start for them in the playoffs to really set it up for a great run through this match, through this tournament.
And nobody wants to lose at this point either, because if you do, you're going to be facing Team iBuyPower, and they have had you know, some issues in some of these major tournaments actually making it through the group. So this time, I bet they're going to be super hungry to actually do it.
And we have the other man here, the other man that we just mentioned, Bialy, another top fragger for VP. Pasha is the man from the Golden 3. Neo and Taz are now the men who are really trying to support that trio, allow them to go and sow the destruction and just lay waste to everything they see. These guys are definitely people that we have to be keeping our eyes on, excuse me, to get those big frags. But right now, Pronax, it seems like we've sorted out the business here and that he's ready to go, and we should be able to get into this game fairly soon here. But the ban and pick is going to happen. I would love to get a camera behind one of the screens so we can actually see that as it goes down, if they're going to make the choice as to where they actually start off. Excuse me, because we have to look.
Yeah, that definitely is really important. That banning phase, it does make a big difference, and obviously, eventually we will find out the map anyway, but we're definitely excited for it, especially because that new banning system is so cool. I love the fact that Valve put that in, and I hope that we can start every show, even in online matches, if we could start every game like that, where everyone is on the server and they ban out with that kind of menu, it'd be beautiful.
Oh, it'd be huge, wouldn't it? I mean, just to be able to get that information, because there's so much strategy. Granted, not so. I mean, there is strategy involved with this new system that we have here, but to make it perfectly clear for everybody, in these best-of-1 scenarios, each team gets 2 bans. So it's ban, 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 and then the remaining 3 maps left, 1 gets randomly picked out of the 3. So it basically comes down to which are you willing to risk, leaving in that pool. Are you going to leave one of the new maps? Are you going to leave Cobble, like that happened to Nip earlier today when first seed was on the line for them? They left Cobble in the pool because they were confident, but they ended up losing on that map. Are we going to see the same kind of decision making coming from the 2 tournament major champions here? Are they going to leave that up to chance and go on one of the newer maps? I mean, Pronax would love. I mean, Pronax is definitely a guy. and they said this in interviews before the tournament, they wasted no time. When the new maps were announced, they wasted no time at all. They immediately started working on them because that definitely fits the Pronax style, right? He loves to come up with the new tricks, the new smokes, the new flashes before anybody else. So we can expect Fnatic to have really put some time into it, but our VP going to be up to snuff. Our VP going to have the experience necessary to be able to take Fnatic on those maps. And Coach Devilwalk is behind as well, and he is on the VoIP right now. He is on TeamSpeak with the team, making sure that he can communicate to them in the freeze time and throughout the rounds as well, gathering the information and then feeding it into Pronax like a printer.
And that's really good. Having someone to spar with, having someone who's not a part of the team, maybe not as frustrated as you're going to be if you're a man down, keeping the cool and reminding you that there's a way back in. A lot of advantages to doing this, I think, and also just having the overall view. Maybe able to identify mistakes that you can't yourself. We'll see if that's going to make a big difference.
Neo seems to be in a cheerful mood as well. These guys have got to be just hugely confident going into this match. And there's nothing you can't fix with duct tape. I mean, what does Devilwalk have the duct tape for? They're probably duct taping down the wires.
I mean, ultimately, if they're losing any duct tapes, some of the Virtus.pro players, hands tied to their chairs.
I think you need a bit more than duct tape to hold back Pasha, though.
Probably take a fair bit of duct tape, you're right. But, why not? All is fair, right? In love and war.
Yeah, except don't you dare knife anybody because Shoxy will come and find you.
Yeah, that's it. That can't happen.
He will find you, but for some people that might be a good thing. Some people, they might actually go now and just intentionally make that happen. All right. Still waiting on the ban pick phase, however, guys, to see exactly which map this is going to come down to. But again, I really want to see a classic map played here. I really want to see a map like Dust 2, like Inferno, a map that these teams have both mapped up.
Both would be fun, there's no doubt about it. If you are just ready and waiting here, then go onto Twitter and hashtag ESL One, and you can get it on the feed while we're in the game, and you can also tweet at us. It's on Fire Semler, on Fire Anders, and at Vendetta Go for our server, of course, for our normal crew that's out there. So definitely go on Twitter and help us out with that, and we take all feedback that we can. Big shout out to all of you guys for tuning in. If you're just joining the show, then you're right about the right time. We're sort of halfway through the first day, but there is still an incredible amount to come, and the American teams, the North American teams, are still in it. They are still to come, and we'll have to see if they can fight their way through. Yesterday, we set an absolute all-time viewer record for any Counter-Strike event. Question is if we can break it today.
Yeah, but as we get closer to that time zone, when the North Americans are going to be able to start tuning in as the world rotates, right, we should be able to get closer and closer, especially with Cloud9 start to come into it. But it looks like we're going to take a very short commercial break here as we get prepared. So guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will have first seed match here for Group C at Gamescom.
Gaming-PCs und Notebooks mit neuester Hardware sofort nach Release gibt's bei One.de, der Nummer 1 für Gaming in Deutschland. Riesige Auswahl, perfekter Service und schnelle Lieferung. Kauf schlau und freu dich auf PCs, Notebooks, Tablets und Zubehör für noch mehr Spielspaß. Geh jetzt auf One.de und klick dich rein. One.de, your system, your choice.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I think all the issues have been figured out, and we have Virtus.pro and Fnatic playing in a best-of-one here. The first match of Group C. Winner goes right through to the playoffs, quarterfinals. The losers get to face iBuyPower and potentially get knocked out of the tournament.
I love how on Pasha's screen right now we can see that recently in matchmaking he's been searching Overpass and Cobble.
Oh, and here we have the bans.
Oh, great, we have the bans. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So Cobble instantly removed by Virtus.pro. They aren't wasting any time. They get rid of that map right off the bat.
Yeah, no, their next ban is going to be Mirage. No surprise either. Virtus.pro is such a strong man. Fnatic actually not that bad at Mirage, but Virtus.pro one of the best in the world.
It's been a long time since we've seen that kind of dominance from Fnatic on Mirage.
And
so.
Dust2 is out. Actually, Virtus.pro banning Dust2, which is surprising a little bit, actually. Nuke potentially removed. Fnatic don't want to try it. They saw what happened at Gfinity in the finals against Titan, and the random happens on Overpass.
This is rigged!
And they start on the counter-terrorist side. So you asked, did I think there was a chance that we could see one of the new maps? And yes, I did. I did not think they were going to end up banning both out. So there it is. Overpass happens. And somewhere out in the crowd looking around, there's a happy Valve developer, you know, just grinning. We got that map through.
Oh, dude, they got it so many times now, it's insane. And now, okay, we have to settle first seed again, just like in Group 1 between Epsilon and NiP. They played it on Cobble, now we get Overpass.
To be quite fair, I feel like our one game on Overpass was this good, and our games on Cobble have been way worse. I much prefer Overpass as a map.
Yeah, so it's true. But it's one of those cases of essentially the teams need like another month to basically get to a point where they're going to have like crazy strats on these the Overpass, because Overpass really has capability, in large part due to the fact that there's no skybox on the map. So basically, you're only limited by your imagination and what the other team is doing on the map, because you can throw smokes and flashes pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, you say another month, that would have such a huge improvement, but I think even like for things to really get digested in the competitive Counter-Strike scene, it's pretty more like half a year. And that's
how long did it take before we really started seeing teams get really good at Mirage, right?
Yeah.
3 months?
At least, you know.
4 months?
It really makes a big difference. So that you're all right, but I guess if you want to introduce a new map, you have to do it at one point or another.
This is going to happen, and it looks like Overpass is going to be the one to settle the beast here, and this is really interesting because it seems like off play is possible, at least for the CT side on Overpass. So again, JW, Pasha, they're going to get their time to shine. I'd like to see Olofmeister actually be the one to pick up the AWP for Fnatic, but I'm sure JW is going to be the man holding the sniper rifle. In the meantime, VP, now, and it's actually escaping me. Which side are they going to be starting on the Fnatic?
Counter-terrorist.
They start on the counter-terrorist side.
For Virtus.pro.
Oh, for VP. Because they picked first. They picked first. That's right.
Yeah, so now I think we are about to get ready with it here. You see a bit of a high five mentally getting ready. Fnatic seem fired up, but that can all be changed very quickly when it comes to the pistol round. Virtus.pro, much less of a team spirit, much more focus on the task at hand. Just you know, getting ready for it here. Just no...
Yeah, they're ready. They're not wasting any time here. Bialy, I mean, they're using this opportunity to warm up their aim, basically. Bialy getting clicks left and right. But we are on the server, and the countdown should begin fairly soon here, because they basically have to launch the warm-up sequence, and the warm-up sequence will take a minute to tick through, and then we get live into the map, into the pistol. But so far, what we've seen on this map, at least, it seems a bit CT-sided to begin with here.
That's what it feels like to me. Yeah, and we've seen, I mean, we did see some success on the terrorist side, and actually at both bomb sides, it seems like B is a little bit easier to deal with, and the A bomb side can be really hard to take. But our sample size right now is so small that it's really hard just for us to make a definite call about what's going on this map yet. We'll have to learn once again.
We will. Okay. Well, pardon me, excuse me. All right, sorry, I got distracted there for a second. You know, shout out to Lerpus, but great cat. Couldn't make it this time. We'll see if we can get him in next time. For now, at least, we shall see here. VP Fnatic, the warm-up has not begun quite yet. Everybody getting ready. Apparently, Flusha had his beard shaved before G3 as well, so this isn't recent. But just pointing that out there. And apparently, Snacks is wearing the manager's jersey and not his jersey. So it's all in the details, right? CS, we're always talking about how it's the small details that make the difference. In real life, just the same. It's just the same thing.
Well, if they end up losing, maybe we'll blame it on that, or at least 100 other things. I think the result now that we're on Overpass is going to be way more unpredictable, because we've seen previously how much it matters, you know, what kind of preparations you've put in, and if you haven't done enough, then that can really come back to haunt you. And we have no clue about the state of Fnatic or Virtus.pro. You said they instantly said they were ready. Fnatic, they wanted to practice them and get good at them. That's just words, essentially.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see now if they actually did do it.
If the actions, you know, are going to speak. Yeah. I mean, that's the real question here, and that's what's really interesting. I almost think that this favors Fnatic in the end, if it's true that they put in that much work. But then NiP were confident going into Cobble. They'd put work into that map, and it just did not go their way, in large part due to Kyoshima and just a sick performance on the T side, but also just NiP not really having it. Now we go into it. The countdown has begun here to kick off this first seed match of Group C here between the two major championship holders, VP, Fnatic. They clash on the new map Overpass, and it will be VP starting off on this CT side. So with a slight advantage, we assume. Now we get to see exactly where Fnatic are going to be taking this, and it's straight into tunnels out to A with the bomb. Are they going to wrap around too long? It doesn't seem like the picnic is stopping here.
They keep going for a while, and Virtus.pro, they're actually quite heavily stacked up here in the middle with the connector, trying to see if they can get control of that middle of the map.
They're going for the same boost. They're going for the same boost that we saw from Hellraisers, in fact.
Olofmeister fighting it out in the middle. Pasha is so close and just catches Pronax completely off guard. Almost execution style coming out. So a nice first kill up at the birthday party. It's going to be Olofmeister going down, and now can they hold on to it? Krims with the one. He gets a second one too. Takes down Snacks. Very nicely done.
And something to note is that Krims has been doing great work for Fnatic since he joined the lineup. Definitely one of the best performing players at G3. We have to see if he can continue it here at the major when everything is on the line. But Krims somehow lives. He's saved by Flusha in the end. The flank comes out, but it's still a 2-on-2, and Krims has taken so much damage.
Yeah, Virtus.pro actually out of position to defend the bomb side. They're still down in those tunnels. Now they're going to finally come up, see if they can make it work. Taz now in a much better position. Could get an easy kill on Krims. He's pre-firing, does getting the kill here. Really missing some shots, and that's no time for that. It's going to be Flusha with the one. Taz picks up one. He's still got more bullets. Flusha survives one more click. It's a headshot. Taz takes him down. Virtus.pro. Oh my God. Surgical precision at the very end. Until then, it was basically a clumsy chainsaw massacre, but it worked out in the very last bullet.
He ran out of gas in the chainsaw, reached into his pocket, came out with a scalpel, and got the job done with that. Taz, that was a thing of beauty at the end. Mid-air headshot, and that's going to seal the deal here. VP get the first pistol round, and that is going to give them the advantage going into this. Shot he picked up on Snacks, 4 rifles to complement it, and VP now with the definite advantage going into this second round. Fnatic with the T side decide to spread out across the map, really try and take up as much ground as possible on this map and see if they can't catch VP getting greedy, which is something that VP love to do.
Yeah, Snacks does go down after they did pick off JW. There's a good shot from Pasha, but he's got to be careful right around the corner. There's Pronax coming in, trying to see if he can take him out. No armor being purchased from Fnatic. They didn't get the bomb down in that round, but they're gonna be waiting anyway. And what is going on here? I mean, if that sets the level for the first round, where are we going to end up once this game goes on? I think this could be one hell of an explosive match. Pronax goes down, Olofmeister and Flusha are left, and they even have a mag 7 on Olofmeister. Must have been stolen from Snacks.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. Snacks is down. He had the shotty. So let's see exactly how things pan out here as VP have gathered back up around mid of the map. Not really going to allow many ways in here. Thank you for the overview there, Vendetta. But Flusha and Olofmeister now have the bomb, and they are going to get spotted immediately by that boost on the B site, rather. It's going to be B-Town. 30 seconds left here. Fnatic are running out of time to make a different call. If they could find somebody peeking, that's what they're crossing their fingers hoping for here. If they could find somebody peeking, that would be great, but VP are not giving it to them at all. It's going to be the boost.
Yeah. Olofmeister peeks over and instantly gets just shot back with that FAMAS, so not really a good position for them right now. 10 seconds left. Flusha goes down. Olofmeister's going to try and charge in, and he's going to get dropped as well. So only Snacks dying for the CT side, looking pretty good. And it will be 2-0. And Virtus.pro still holding on here, saving a lot of rifles.
Saving the rifles, really, and keep the FAMASes. Doesn't matter about the swag. Get rid of it. Go plank somewhere. Get the rifles and make sure that you have those going into this next round. Fnatic have yet to get a plant, and that's the real problem here for Fnatic. They have to wait another round, so it's going to be another round of pistols for Fnatic before they can get a full buy-in here and really start to get the fun guns like JW and that AWP, which is exactly what I meant to say. Yes, for a second I kind of blanked out there, but it's the JWP in the end, really.
Olofmeister with quite a lot of speed in that connector. Maybe going to run into Pasha over here, who's by the toilet, slowly falling back and actually making a lot of noise doing so. So I think Olofmeister has an idea where one of the players is anyway. But Virtus.pro seem to have at least a fundamental idea of holding. We'll have to see once Fnatic pick up rifles if the game is going to change.
VP are not really putting up a fight much for that position below Squeaky Door. They're just allowing it to go away and just holding off with the smoke, really. So I mean that position right there where Pronax is slowly inching up. Taz spots him as well. Smoke is going to go out. This is going to set up for the flank here. Taz, his attention is drawn elsewhere. Is he going to be able to turn around in time? He has to get this spray, and he only gets one.
Yeah, now bomb should be going. No, it's trapped right there. Neo picks up an important kill, and it's going to get returned on quickly. So now they can get the bomb down. They will get the bomb down. Flusha with a headshot. Finally a grenade on JW, and there's a kill as well. So Crims is alone, and he really can't win this round. He's going to go down, but that's a very impressive round from Fnatic. 3 kills and a bomb plant.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets there for Fnatic, barring taking the round. 3 kills and a bomb plant. That's the bonus $800 for the entire team right there. For each member, they get $800 more in that round, meaning they're going to have a whole lot of money going into the 4th round buy here. They can get whatever they want, fully equipped. So we have to see exactly where they decide to take it. If they're going to go for picks on A, which is something that we've seen in the past, basically, I mean, we've only really seen this map once so far on the mainstream. So we've seen pick play towards A, with eventually the terrorist team working its way back towards B to set up with the smokes and the flashes. We have to see if Fnatic are going to have the same thing in store for us, or if Pronax can actually put up. Because he is the one who said, we put a lot of work into this map. Does Pronax have something in store for us here?
I hope so. We certainly know that Virtus.pro have, because JW's picked up an AWP, but it is Neo on the other team. And that's not the first time we've seen it, but in his sort of taking the total of his career in Global Offensive, it is definitely more normal to see with an M4. But if you go back to 1.6, Neo was pretty much a master of everything, including the AWP. So this is a bit of a throwback as well, and quite nice to see. They're going to boost up and try and look down there and not catch anyone, because the whole of the Fnatic team is actually over by the birthday party right now and towards the A bomb side.
This is where you expect to see a lot of the focus. In fact, you know, you expect to see focus mid, focus towards birthday party, basically focus towards the stairwell that leads down into the tunnel. You need to make sure that you control that as CT side, because if Fnatic, I mean, if you have a man down there, obviously, but if Fnatic managed to wrap around through there, that's a lot of map control that they managed to pick up. It really does seem like VP have a pretty firm idea of what they have in mind here for their CT half, however. Flusha sneaking through, though. That's going to ruin Neo's day. And Taz takes one to the face from Pronax. 2 quick kills means Fnatic have access to the B site with the bomb.
And huge miscommunication coming out from Virtus.pro, unfortunately, as both were not looking at the pipe, that's almost unforgivable. Great shot from Snacks will take down Pronax. The bomb is down. 3-on-3 retake going to be really tough, and now it's a 2-on-3. Snacks on 11 HP. I think Virtus.pro might need to give this up, but Baeli says no. He's going to go for a second kill and pick it up now. It's actually just Crims with 1 point of health, and the smoke is up. He's going to go for the defuse here. He has to move. Crims, you're going to have to go for it here. The bomb being defused. Oh, he denies it and runs away, and that's the round. Crims, 1 point of health is going to be enough here.
1 point of health, and there's no way he's surviving this.
But no.
Yeah, 1 point of health. You'd have to be across the map to survive that, but still, Crims just did everything he needed to do.
The initial lapse of judgment there was really bad from Virtus.pro. They were both looking they had their backs turned to one of the main entrances to the B bomb site, and it's cool for one of them. They were looking for the boost. over the wall. It's great for one of them to look for that boost, but both definitely not.
I think it's more Taz than Neo in that position that needs to be holding, because barrels you have to be looking towards that main tunnel entrance towards the B site. So it has to be Taz really looking there. Whereas Neo, he can focus on boost with that AWP. He can kind of look around towards the other entrance from Squeak. A little bit of miscommunication, but that's what we can expect to see on a new map as well. I mean, these teams will be making mistakes because it comes down to polish and just repetition until you're drilled. You know where everybody's looking at all times. It's just ingrained in you. And none of these teams are going to have that level right now. A lot of this is going to come down to the mistakes like that and the ability to out-aim your opponents.
Olofmeister waiting patiently and is rewarded. Takes down Snax, who was on a solo mission to get something happening. And actually that kill switches up the play that Fnatic are going for. Neo looking a long way in through Squeak, and he's not going to be able to pick up the return. That would be a really good kill in return if they could have got that.
Brings it back to a 4-on-4. Neo, there you go. He gets Olofmeister, who's been struggling somewhat. We have to see Olof step it up, but right now it seems like the rest of his team are going to put pressure on the defense on B site. VP falling back, giving ground. Taz trying to dance as best he can with that P250, looking for the frag, but no headshot this time. Taz gets taken out, and it's a 4-on-2. Pasha and Bialy rotating in, but look at this. Smoke. They see nothing. Bialy on high. He has a higher, he has the high ground advantage, right? But he still can't see anything of that site.
And they should run away, and
oh, wow.
a little bit jumpy. They are going to be able to run away with the guns here. A nice round from Fnatic, a really good take there. And this happened partly because Virtus.pro actually didn't have enough to buy for Taz, so he only had a pistol.
Yeah, if he'd had a rifle there, that could have been a slaughter.
Yeah.
His ability to re-peek, he could have easily picked up one frag, if not two. But with the P250, seems like he couldn't quite connect. Still looking to see, but this is still going to be a second round on the board now for Fnatic. The Swedes, this is terrific for them as well. They have 4 guys who lived through that round, so the money is going to start looking pretty decent for them, at least starting to develop a little bit of a cushion, and they should have more opportunity to do so now because VP have to eco. VP, they have 1 rifle on Bialy, they have 1 rifle on Pasha, but they don't really have enough on the rest of the team to get anything going for themselves.
I really love to see them put both those rifles in the B-bomb site and then leave the pistols in A to hold it up. But they're actually going to do kind of the opposite. They put the 2 rifles in the tunnel. 1 in connector and 1 all the way over by the playground or the birthday party area. So we'll see if that's going to work out.
I like this. You know, in connector, make sure that they can actually sneak their way through here, because as CT side, you will get there ahead of the T side 100% of the time. And if you throw smoke down around that corner, you can get that smoked off before Olofmeister can really do anything. And this time, Bialy comes out ahead. Olofmeister trying to take that battle, and again, falls short.
A nice kill. Now he's turning around, looking towards the other entrance to the A-bomb site, seeing if he can pick anyone off. They do realize a couple of people are here, and JW is going to make quick work of Pasha, who had the 1 from us they have on the team here. But Snax has picked up an AK, and that's at least something. Bialy still has to hold down. He has to get another 2 kills here.
He has to be the iron wall. They can't get through him. And he moves just as they're going to round this corner as well. He spots the backside of one, takes a shot at it, but misses.
He's very exposed. He's very much alone here. Actually not favoring this play from Bialy. He's still going to be able to pick up Flusher. It's really incredible because he's doing this all on his own. He jumps and JW gets the angle. Pretty nice AWP shot.
Smoke to block off blue room as well. JW making doubly sure that is going to be smoked off. And he's looking towards the likely angle that Taz is holding from. Neo finds a shot with an M4, though, doing some good damage here. JW looking to get the wraparound and catch the defense off guard. But Fnatic are taking way too much damage. This is way too close right now between VP and Fnatic, now into a 2-on-1.
The bomb is down 10 seconds. If they peek here, JW can kill them, and otherwise he's lost the round.
He's lost the round. He no longer has the time to go pick up the bomb. Don't jump, Taz.
And they realize Virtus.pro winning with a 1 M4, 1 from us, and a stolen AK. And they really want to see if they can kill JW here, but it's not going to be enough time for it. He will survive the round. And that's going to be 4-2. And Fnatic probably a little bit pissed at that, because that could have been a really, really good comeback from them. Getting it back to 3-3. Now instead it's 2-4, and they really don't have that much money.
Both of these teams, the money is just all over the place right now. VP now, they have 2 guys with reasonable funds, but the rest of them are now broke. And Fnatic have to go piecemeal, basically. Use the AWP that JW has, sure, but then 3 rifles, that's all they can get.
And that was Bialy's, Lone Ranger play out in the middle there. He only got the 2 kills, but that was enough. He did get taken out eventually.
That's what we're talking about when we're looking at this team at VP. We're looking to Bialy. We're looking to Snax to really step up and get big kills. And again, Bialy, he's on a tear. He gets 2. 2 for 1. More than enough work done.
Yeah, and that second kill was a little bit something. That was more than I thought he was going to be able to. Flusha sneaking forward, Neo ready for it and will take him down. Neo's been playing so well, really steady. He's just getting a kill per round, basically, and right now that's definitely enough. But the top fragger is Bayali with 12, 0, and 4. A very impressive performance from the young Polak here.
No, it's huge. It's huge. And I mean, that's the thing. For VP to really shine, Snacks, Bayali, these are the guys who need to take point for them. Pasha as well. Those three are the heavy hitters on this team. As soon as they start getting frags going, this is going to be really tough for Fnatic to deal with. JW and Crims, unfortunately, their teammates have been picked off one at a time all around the map. And Fnatic, the slow style here where they're spread out, not working if they're going to be losing duels like this. They need to perhaps just group up in the next round and really trying to, well, they're going to be on pistol basically the next round. They're going to be ecoing the next round if they can't get anything done here. But there's only 30 seconds left on this clock. At this point, what's going through Fnatic's mind is basically, let's back off. But then Pasha's like, not having that. There's no saving the guns here. This is done. This is our turf.
That was a bit of a lineup, and Pasha not even going to hesitate to get those kills in there. 2-5. We did decide that this is probably a CT-sided map. It's felt like that so far. So maybe we shouldn't be too concerned for Fnatic, but it's going to be frustrating anyway because it could have been very different for them. I think that's the problem right now here being on the terrorist side is they could have had a lot more rounds.
Well, they have 2 rounds right now, but imagine if Taz doesn't get his clutch headshot there in the pistol. I mean, a totally different picture that we're looking at right now. Fnatic with the golden start and VP the ones fighting back. Now VP have managed to regain some balance here so far in this 8th round, forcing Fnatic to go to pistols with Pasha saving the day in the double kill. Now Fnatic once again spread out. I mean, really spread out right now with the pistols.
Look how differently they're holding. Pasha so close to just the 1M4 backup is still miles away, but somehow he's just holding his own right here. Now
this is the potential issue with this sort of play right now. Spreading out like this, if they lose one guy, they do damage to one, right? But then they aren't able to refrag. They aren't able to gang up on a member of VP and steal a rifle away. If they keep taking these 1v1 fights, they're just going to keep getting picked off. There with Pronax.
Snacks with the return, so Olofmeister is going to be alone, and he is pretty much, but they know exactly where he is. He's going to be walking back here, and I don't think he has a chance. He's not going to be checking this playground, I imagine. Comes around the corner. Snacks will take him down. You are right in a way, but I think, and this is actually weird, but this is how Virtus.pro ended up playing on Nuke, where they just had individual positions, and they held them down, all of them. Like every single member held his own. But it shouldn't work, right? There should be a couple of rounds where the important people die in clutch in important positions, and then your defense falls apart.
Well, the rotations, right? As soon as the rotations start to happen, that's where things get really hairy. But VP, for now at least, they're managing to dodge those rotations. They're coming out ahead early on. Fnatic, now we have to see, it's just straight up rush from Snacks this time. And Snacks rushing in there alone does good damage to JW and Pronax both, but no kill for him. So Fnatic now with the entry frag in this round. This is a crucial round for Fnatic as well. They've ecoed to get here, to get these guns. They need to get something done, and VP have given them the opportunity now.
And actually they decide to fall back again. So this is kind of what we saw earlier. As soon as they get a frag, they go back towards the B bomb side. They decide this is the right move now. Neo, again, getting caught halfway looking the other way. I really want him to focus on that pipe. If he's down in that position, focus on the pipe.
What's something different here, it seems like, okay, now Taz is here to back Neo up, but for a long time there, Neo was alone on the B side, and that's not something we've seen any of the other teams do.
Get flashed in. Here comes the flash. The spray. Oh my God, Flusha. Blind spray takes down Neo. That should have been a perfect double kill. Now Taz is alone. Backup is coming, but it's still too far away. It's going to be a very tough position for Taz to hold. Pasha will pick off one. Taz goes down. Up on the high ground by Ali. Shooting down, but that bomb is down again inside the smoke.
Yeah, and Flusha, he's holding a very difficult angle to deal with here. He can peek, re-peek, but Bayali gets the job done. He's now 1v3 though, and all of the angles are going to be covered here by Fnatic. Everybody holding about as far back away from Bayali as they can get. And Bayali, realizing this, decides to back off in the end, but if he can hold on to this gun, that would be good. Pronax is already going to try and look for the flank on him, though, try and find him if he can. But there's this rat nest here. There's so many different angles to hold that it's going to really take Pronax quite a bit of time to go out and find him. The man who's closest to him right now is Olofmeister, actually, waiting around the corner in toilets.
Bayali, really hard to track down. They realize he's really somewhere around here, but feels like he's going to be able to hold on to that gun. So he can give that on to Pasha or Bayali. Also, yeah, Pasha, who doesn't have a lot of money, so that's good news. 6-3 is the score line here. We're going to have to see if they can hold on to it once more. Really good round from Fnatic. Early kill, rotate back to B. That seems to be a smart move from them.
No, they're looking to create just confusion, basically. Get the picks where they can, force the rotations. And Neo really not coming through in a very crucial position right there, where he could have. That was a position where he could have turned the tides right there for his team. And again, they go for the aggression. Again, VP are pushing across the map, really looking to just punish Fnatic early on, and it's actually working. They maintain the man advantage going into this round. They bring it back to a 3-on-3 now between Fnatic. But this is just unrelenting aggression out of both teams. Picks are coming in left and right, and we aren't even 30 seconds into the round.
And that was Neo with the kill over by the B-bomb side to take down another player. So that's really important. That brings it from a 3-on-3 into a 2-on-3. And Olofmeister and Crims are moving up towards the middle connector here. And the Virtus.pro have a really good shot at taking this. And if they do, then Fnatic really will have a very limited economy going forward in this first half.
And there's, again, it's taking Fnatic quite a bit of time to work their way around here. Bialy reacts in time, though, gets one spray. It's going to be a 1-for-1, though. Olofmeister lives, gets the job done, brings it back to a 1v2. And it seems like Olofmeister is interested in one thing, and that's getting to the A side as quickly as possible and getting a plant here.
Yeah, but Taz is wrapped around him, so Olofmeister might not be checking the backstab too soon. Neo's still really far away, and he's going to be coming in from the same angle. Olofmeister doing a good job of checking, but this bomb side is pretty intricate. You have to check everywhere before you can start putting down the bomb, and if you're alone, that's not really a fun situation. Now he's going to go for the B bomb side, actually. He's decided that's not worth it, but they can hear him. They should hear him.
They have to hear him stepping right now, and he's going to go for the jump. He takes the fall damage, but no problem there. He just wants to get onto this side as quickly as possible, get this plant. 10 seconds remain. He's going to get the bomb plant, dodges the nade as well, down to half HP, tries to pick a man out of the air. Fancy work here from Olofmeister, but now he gets smoked off and things get hairy. Neo needs to find the shot, but Taz is going to get, well, Taz is actually up from on high, not going to get it. It will be Neo with the frag in the end, but VP stabilized.
Honestly, think that was a really nice effort from Olofmeister. It's as a hard position for him to play. He managed to get the bomb down in itself, not that bad. And then they had a smoke lift. If they hadn't had a smoke in that position, Olofmeister could have very likely done that. So that was just a little bit unfortunate. A really good attempt, I think. And the bomb plant means that Fnatic could force it up if they wanted to. They can buy 3 AKs and even 1 AWP. I wouldn't even be surprised if they went for it, because they got to realize as well, this first half is eventually going to draw to a close, and 3 rounds might not be quite enough. Oh, they want to use the vote thingy, which is a timeout. So Fnatic, are they going to do it?
Yeah, they did it. They did it now. So it seems like Bialy is, he's got something going on with his PC right now. He's checking it to make sure he can get that fixed fairly quickly here. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Admin is standing behind him along with the manager. But
well, is this a technical issue or is it a timeout?
No, this doesn't look like a timeout.
They are all talking.
Oh, Fnatic are certainly not going to be wasting this time. I don't think it was Fnatic. Was it Fnatic who used the timeout?
I think so.
Can you check that real quick? Yeah, it was VP.
Right,
something
right.
came up with Bialy. Bialy stood up there.
You're all right.
And now he's still standing. So it seems like he's trying to get something sorted out here. Stage manager man is there with him. Maybe a technical problem, but VP right now.
Yeah, no sound apparently. All right, well, while it's being worked out, and you're right, Fnatic should definitely use the time here. We do see Pronax giving out some calls. Devilwalk in the background. Can't really see if he's going to be chiming in, but I guess they will call for him if they need him, rather than him interrupting the show and taking it over.
No. Well, I want to hear something from Devilwalk as well, like basically because he's going to have the overview of the entire thing. So Pronax is going to give the calls, but Devilwalk, he needs to be the one giving the input, basically saying, well, you guys are peeking here. Things that Pronax may not actually pick up on, right? Noticing re-peaks, dangerous peaks, that sort of thing coming out from his teammates, dangerous tendencies. So we'll see if Devilwalk actually manages to go ahead and impart that knowledge to his teammates here. But again, the sixth man, having that 6th man on the VoIP is huge for Fnatic. They need to be making use of that.
We're still in this first half, of course. If you're just joining the stream, then a big welcome to all of you. You can go on Twitter and hashtag ESL One, and we'll try and get that Twitter feed in on the stream as well. Some really nice, a little nice feature here. But now we're back. Good luck, have fun. It's being called into the 11th round. It's going to be Fnatic's attempt, and they will force it up. With a shotgun as well, Nova shotgun on Pronax, and AKs all around for the rest. A really dangerous force-up potentially, because they have just won and lost the round. So if they lose this upcoming one, they're going to be flat broke. It's going to be a disaster if they lose this one.
It's going to be brutal. I mean, they get reset back to $1,400. That's the main issue here. So their economy could take a massive hit, and that could mean a lot of rounds here. Getting on towards the end of the half as well. Fnatic running out of room to give, basically, to VP. VP are now the ones who have all of the advantage going into this. And Pasha has got his AWP now. We'll see if he reacts. And there you go. Instant gib on Pronax. He's gone. And excuse me, Olofmeister are going to be looking towards B now. But Taz has to be holding his position solid, and he is behind the barrels.
Yeah, I want him not looking anywhere else but down here. See if it's going to be enough. He's going to peek out in front of everyone, and he only gets the one. It looked like that's going to be a triple, but it's not quite. M4 not powerful enough. Need a negative next time to pick up that many kills. Pasha with another AWP shot. He's finally going to go down to Flusher. And then inside this bomb site, Snag's doing work as well. JW's going to be alone, and he's on his heels. He's going to have to fall back here. Neo coming in to help out. And JW, I'm not sure this is going to be an escape. It's more going to be running into the jaws of Bayali, who has been out hunting for a while. 8-3, and now down to about 2,000 on average for Fnatic's economy. This is very, very bad.
Yeah, this resets things. Fnatic, we can see, struggling. They're going to be talking over everything at this point, trying to figure out exactly how to bounce back in the next round, the 13th round, because they have to buy pretty much in the 13th round. They've run out of time.
I agree.
They actually have to just put a stop to this right here. Only 4 rounds remain in this half.
And they should be able to. What is it? I think it's about 2,200 or thereabouts they're going to get for losing in this next round. So they should have enough money to buy anyway. Neo running for the smoke here. He's going to kill all 3 people. A triple barbecue. We've never seen that before. And that was beautiful, even though the eco frags roasting some Swedes right here, right into the B bomb site. That is going to be a first for me.
Taz, man. Taz just doing his thing. Double peace sign all the way. This is weird. Taz isn't a vegetarian. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I mean, that was a big barbecue right there. VP are going to be eating for weeks.
Oh. Neo, the master chef. Another topic for a pretty good Photoshop if someone's able to do it out on the subreddit. It's going to be the 13th round coming up right here, and Fnatic, as you said, they should buy it up. They have bought up in this round. They have to. They have to just start putting rounds on the board here. They need at least 6, I think, to feel comfortable here, because VP on the T side are just as dangerous as VP on the CT side. That's the real power of this team, especially when Bialy has got the confidence to walk around and basically get frags at will. Bit of a grenade tickles Crimson Pronax. Nothing too bad. They're going to be all right. Another smoke goes off, testing JW's patience as he has to wait. And Taz is in a new position that we haven't seen before. And this time there's really no chance he's going to be looking anywhere else but where he is. But it seems like when you peek 3 people in that tunnel, they should be an easy triple, but it's not. Does that work? No. Yeah, I was about to say. That explodes midair. There's no way that works. Skybox is way too big. One thing is cool is that if Taz gets bored in that position, he can surf on that wall. Taz doesn't get bored. He picks up the first kill, but Bayali and Neo fall, and Taz is going to be next. Pronax, Crims, JW, a great team effort to get into the bomb site. They will put down the bomb, and very likely going to be 9-4 here. There's a failed grenade coming out from Snags, and I don't think they can actually retake it 2-1-4 here, but they are very low on the Fnatic side. This would be a travesty if they end up losing it. They are so close to taking that 4th round finally. Yeah, Snags, he's got to be, oh, well, he runs right into Crimson. That should end it here. Pasha is still alive, and he's so close on the site. He knows the damage is done, but all 3 of them, the Triangle of Doom closes in on him. But that was such a big nade there that Snags just threw into the wall. Had he hit that nade, he very well could have got a kill from it. The man standing on the other side only had like 15 HP. That nade comes around right at his feet, gets rid of him, and then everything changes for VP. But because he messes up that nade and gets caught in the flank, Snack's not really able to do too much, and VP will lose that round, but that's a great round for Fnatic. That means really going into this, they have the opportunity to finish 9-6 because VP are hurting on the money scale. If they lose this round, VP could be ecoing for the last round of the half. 14th round coming up, and you bring up a very valid point. This is do or die time. If Fnatic make this 9-6, I think they have a really good shot of winning it in the second half. That's not going to be too bad, but 11-4 is a very different story, and we're going to see if it's going to turn out one way or the other. Snags flashing himself through that smoke. It seems like a bit of a stretch, and Pasha did the same thing earlier. I'm not a big fan. Pasha is still holding around that angle as well. JW closes the door behind him. Taz is going to get 2 kills. Crims and JW both removed. And just like that, VP turn it around, get the man advantage back. Despite having taken massive damage, they are still in this. This is a big problem because actually Virtus.pro are going to eco as well if they lose this round. So Fnatic have such a big chance of making this 9-6. That's a good shot. Taz goes down. Neo now the one holding the B bomb side, and they're all coming. He might have into some trouble. He's going to pick up the one, goes for a second, but he's very low on health, down to 9, and he's going to make a run, wait for his teammates to come in. That's a good idea. Pronax moving up, takes down Neo. Still no bomb plant, but we're in a 2-on-2, and Olofmeister's going to go for it. He's alone, 1-on-2. The bomb will go down, but can he make it out of this smoke? He flashes, he runs all the way back, and he survives for another second. Oh, and this position that he's holding now is really tough to deal with by Ali on Overwatch, but Pasha's instantly going to get picked off, and we're having flashbacks to the Crims round. Yeah.
Again, they have to find a way to deal with this guy. That Molotov is going to make things hairy, though. Olofmeister, not a whole lot of health, and byali forces him out in the open with it. Gets on that bomb, and they will save it at the very end, VP.
Yeah, that Molotov and then the follow-up flashbang. He really did everything that he could in that round. Just was not quite good enough. Nearly won that 1-on-2. And now Fnatic, the bomb plan at least means they're going to have a little bit of money to work with. And actually not that bad. They do have a couple of AKs here. So 3 of them, this is manageable. They might still be able to make this 10-5 at least. But there's an AWP on the other team, and actually Snags with the max 7. I'm wondering where he's going to go with it, because that's something we haven't seen too much on this map.
Well, Snags has been going full YOLO nearly every round, hasn't he? I mean, he just runs right in there. And again, if he's going to get close in connector like this, Snags could set it up. It's going to be byali instead going down, but Snags gets one, Taz gets one. That's just spray through. Pronax will find Taz, and now it's just down to Pasha. 1v3, rotating over from the A side as quickly as possible to get eyes on this B site here. But he's going to be too late to show up at the party. 2 guys so low, though. I almost wish Pasha just had his pistol out.
Yeah, doesn't get a shot. Grenade could get a double, but he's just a second too late. That would have been such a sick HE. Flashes and smokes and everything else. He's walking in. He just has to click 2 people, and it's going to be a 1-on-1, but it won't happen. Flusher gets the final one, and 10-5. Not at all bad for Fnatic. This could have been a much worse half. I think they're going to be pretty happy, but I do think the pistol round is going to be a bit of a requirement here.
Yeah, that was really well done there by Fnatic as well. Shifting both of the wounded guys off of this site, making it so that Flusha's the only guy there. But hey, Flusha's got the most HP. If it comes down to it, he can take the stand-up fight versus Pasha. So just really nicely done there as far as the communication is concerned from Fnatic, making sure that they kept their cool under pressure. I mean, we expect that from both of these teams. These are both major championship teams right here. The 2 majors that we've had so far in CSGO's history, these are the guys who won it. Apart from, as we see here, Olofmeister and Crims recently added to the Fnatic lineup to replace Devilwalk, the man standing as coach behind the team now, and Schneider, the man who is now shown on Taz's jersey. This is actually ex-LGB, who made it to the top 8 at Katowice, and who looked very good doing it as well.
Yes, they did. That LGB team was pretty impressive, so it's nice to see that part of the spirit still lives on.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, a Sweden country with a lot of talent.
If I'm not mistaken, LGB got taken out by VP as well at Katowice.
Sounds about right, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's for some reason it's not standing out to me. Snacks. Yeah, we're looking at you, Snacks. But I believe that's the case. VP ran through LGB, and so Olofmeister, he doesn't want to allow that to happen here in the group stage. They want to get this win right here, get that first seed going into the playoffs tomorrow, which will be kicking off first thing in the morning, 9, I guess it's CET.
Yeah, we're starting really early again. Always early with the games, but tomorrow there's no excuse. You have to wake up early or stay up late or whatever it is. You have no excuse to not watch tomorrow. We have 4 best-of-3 games. We have potentially 12 maps of Counter-Strike tomorrow, and God, I hope we're going to get every single one with overtime and all the rest.
It's going to be a thing of beauty tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. Analysis desk, we have whole lineup here brought to the fore tomorrow.
Just a quick high five all around here for Virtus.pro. I would say Fnatic looked a little bit more worried at the beginning of the second half, and that's something I don't like seeing. Of course, the pistol round could change it. If they win the pistol round, they're not going to be worried. They're going to be super happy, but I want them going into this second half with confidence, Fnatic. Not no doubt, no questions here.
I'm not sure about Fnatic's confidence going into this tournament. That's another thing. I mean, picking up in the interview, there was one line that stood out to me in the interview with JW on HLTV before this tournament, and he brought up the fact that Fnatic were having a bit of trouble dealing with Pronax in his calls. So I'm curious. I mean, you know, if you're not following the calls at the very beginning, that's going to be something that'll cost you in the end when you're talking about VP who act as one unit.
Crim's down, Olofmeister down to 14 as well. Not the best start in the backstab from Taz. Through the toilets, puts Olofmeister in the toilet, and now it's going to be a 5-on-3. Flusher, 15 points of health here. This is very quickly crumbling for the Swedish lineup. They're going to have to do something extraordinary to get out of this one, I think.
Now, I mean, JW's in a great position if he can just get the timing right. He hasn't shown himself. The smoke clears, and now he may be able to bump into Taz here if he can just move fast enough to get down into connector. Taz has to hear the steps, though, and they're going to get out onto that B site so quickly. The remaining members are here, however, for Fnatic, and they should be able to get the sandwich going. JW gets the frag and drops the bomb carrier.
I have no idea how they didn't realize JW was there. Flusher with a headshot onto Neo. Now it's a 3-on-3. Pronax and Flusher are so low on health, but they're picking up more kills. It's now a 1-on-3. Virtus.pro threw this round away. That's a triple kill from Flusher. Exceptional shooting, but that was a pure giveaway by Virtus.pro.
Yeah, that's JW basically. JW managing to get behind them so close, get up behind them on connector. He was barely at the limit, and I think basically, you know, sometimes we have to say the sounds are pretty loud here. And when you have those just the bare footsteps that you're just gonna hear on the edge of your, on the edge of your hearing there. Maybe, you know, Taz didn't hear it. He doesn't hear JW stepping behind him, and that gives it up. So right now, it's just going to be VP having to regain their composure, essentially. They go for a buy in this second round with a scout, pistol armor, the whole shebang.
Is really going to shake Virtus.pro's confidence from having a 3-on-5 with everyone on perfect health. You're running to the B bomb side, it's all good, and then to being 3-0. Not killing a single member after that first one.
Yeah, Fnatic just, I mean, stellar from Fnatic as well. I mean, mistakes on VP's part, but it also takes, I mean, it also takes control to get the kills when you get the opportunity, and Fnatic managed to pull that off very well off of JW's initial frag.
That would be, in my book, one of those situations where it's much more Virtus.pro giving it than it is Fnatic taking it. That was scary, really scary. Now this boost up is really cool. You can look over the wall into the A bomb side with Pasha and the scout, and they have invested into it. So if anyone from Fnatic gets a little bit too curious, maybe that could come back to bite them. But right now they're not. They're holding their grounds, and I think this is a smart setup from the Swedes.
Yeah, this exactly. I mean, they know that this choke point, if VP decide to rush through this choke point, it's going to be a slaughter. Everybody here, the crossfire is going to be brutal. JW, though, doesn't get it. Snacks, point blank, gets him with the CZ, and Olofmeister is the only man on Fnatic to get a frag so far.
Oh, Crim's not connecting with the spray. They are still alive here. Olofmeister, Mag 7 in hand, triple, quad kill, finishes the round. A lot of money for Olofmeister, and he was the one rock that they could not get rid of in here, so that's very important. A nice play from Olof is going to put it at 10-7, and Virtus.pro not going to get the bomb down, not in the pistol and not in this round either.
And the position being held here is huge as well. The fact that they have to come at him, he gets that bomb frag, and that is so much money. That's almost what we expect to see from JW, right?
But that actually started off with a really bad failure from Fnatic. They almost instantly lost that bomb round. So if it wasn't for Olofmeister being an absolute superhero, that would have been... They could have easily lost that round, very quickly, in fact.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The pressure was there.
Yeah, nicely done from Olofmeister. That's a real pleasure. 10-7, and of course Virtus.pro without much of anything. A few pistols being purchased on a couple of players, but that's about it. Snags, oh, again, Snags with the entry frag here, and Crim's getting caught out. What's happening? This time the position is much worse for Fnatic, and they can't make it work. JW defending, and backup is coming quick. Good grenade will take down by Ali, but Virtus.pro going to commit to this.
A lot of this rolls on JW here. He's holding this line. It's an invisible line. They cannot pass. He's got them caught in the hut as well, and he spots out Neo just barely. Taz goes leaping past, drawing JW's attention. More importantly, using the bullets he's got in his mag.
But I think actually the bomb is... No, it is on Taz in that hut, so it's kind of stuck in there. I'm wondering if they have enough time for the backstab. Snags will pick up one more. That's now a double for him. Can they really do this now? JW shooting everywhere. Not sure where he's actually gunning for. Pasha's going to be alone in a 1-on-2, and he goes down. Pronax is there in the time. JW with the triple. I'd say another very clumsy round from Fnatic. I hope, and they have to adjust to this by the time that Virtus.pro pick up Rifles, which is right now. If they play like this against Rifles, that's not going to be good.
It's not going to be good enough. Especially with Snacks rolling around getting entries, which is what Snacks is supposed to do on the T side of VP. He walks into sites, he walks into areas, and basically finds that CT guy, shoots him in the face, and creates opportunity for his team. It's what he did at Katowice, and if he's doing it here today, it's going to make them a real terror going into this first buy round here for VP. Fnatic, full rifles, full nades, no AWP. So they will be mobile here, but we have to see exactly where do they decide to push, as Crims is watching the back way to connector right now, does not want to let VP get in there for free. That's where Olofmeister is holding currently with the M4A1. And Olofmeister, you can see him just actually sacrificing that position. The smoke goes down to block off Crims. Olofmeister instantly rotates out to make sure that he does not get flanked by VP if they decide to push up mid.
Crim's in a bit of a crunch here. He does spot Pasha and will take him down, has to turn around quick, and he's going to be able to make it out of this. That's a very nice entry frag. Is he going to realize that Neo is already waiting for him? That's a big question. And he's not even going to try. He's just going to be occupying still that area over by the cafe.
He's not giving up on this either, but this could actually force him back through Snake here. Into Pasha, into Neo's waiting arms. In fact, Taz is going to take the fight, and he will find the headshot through the angle there. VP, bring it back to a 4-on-4. Fnatic still holding solid on the site. However, JW is here with support.
What are they going to do, the Poles here? 35 seconds. It feels like they're very insistent on this A bomb side, which is something that's unusual from what we've seen so far. Fnatic and also the teams yesterday playing on this map were really in favor of going B. They're going to smoke off the one entrance. They're going to smoke off the second one. So now this leaves one guy inside the bomb side who has to do one hell of a job here. JW with the M4 picks up the first one on Snax. Can he do a little bit more? Olofmeister is there, picks up by Ali, and it's crumbling for Virtus.pro. Taz alone, 10 seconds is going to go down, and it's Olofmeister again with a triple, really carrying Fnatic home at the moment. And now you have to question, because Virtus.pro, they keep getting the entries, they keep getting up to the edge of the bomb side, and then it falls every time.
That's the issue with attacking that side, but that is why we expect to see more teams on the T side go towards B, because towards B you can split the side up, you can get flashes and you can get smokes in, and force Fnatic to rotate around and try and change angles to watch everything. Whereas on the A site, it's basically a gigantic bottleneck that VP have to run to, and we see them keep getting stuck in that hut round after round. They don't get out of it. They get caught with the bomb in there, and then JW just slams the door on them and just gets 4 frags with Olofmeister. So right now, VP, they're really just throwing rounds away, essentially trying to run into the blender rather than go for picks on A. Once they pick off Crims, then they can start perhaps focusing on B.
Oh, and I think Counter-Strike just managed to crash itself then, so that's obviously a little bit unfortunate. We're going to try and get right back in. Should be careful we don't, well, we actually can't give anything away, but that's
well, a bit of the radio broadcast coming through here. Virtus.pro are actually speeding up for the B site right now. 4 members out on it, and it's just Pronax who's trying to hold. He's been smoked off at barrels, and he gets overwhelmed by Taz. This is an eco round coming in for VP, and they only get the 1 frag. Snax is alive, and he's on the flank, but he doesn't have the bomb, so he's not able to get any kind of plant. Fnatic should be able to lock it out from here with 4 members left alive, and they will find it. So Fnatic, a very strong anti-eco round from them, only losing Pronax in the mix, and now we're back live, we're back in the game. Apologies for that. It's all going to go smoothly from here on out.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Because I totally have control of that.
Exactly. It was an eco round from Virtus.pro, so not really a big deal. Luckily, it didn't happen at the very end in the 30th round. 10-10. Fnatic have managed to equalize the score from a 10-5 first half, so that's a pretty good job. They've won 5 rounds in a row, and Virtus.pro have been close, but not close enough.
Oh, this is a smoke that's going to be thrown by Snax. Let's see. Where does it bank exactly?
Not anywhere useful.
Right, so I think he messed up that smoke.
Yeah.
But, that, you know, I mean, A for effort, I guess. I mean, it looked like they could be really interesting going towards the B site, perhaps.
Worth a try, right? Always worth a try. They keep going for A right now. The last couple of rounds, they've got some great pickoffs, but then they don't do anything with them. They do the pickoffs, and then they continue to charge and end up losing. So I want to see them make an adjustment to that strategy.
Now, we're not seeing the VP that you know, we've all grown to fear, essentially. Because VP, like VP on a map like this with no skybox could be just like the utmost horrifying team that you have to face in any group or any tournament, because they're bad enough as it is on the classic maps where they're able to just throw smokes and flashes everywhere. You never know where they're coming from because they're smoking and flashing everywhere across the map, and then surprise, Snax is shooting you in the face. On this map, I feel like that could work for VP, but they just keep going to A. Once again, they're going to try and force their way onto this site through the crossfire.
Yeah, and JW with the first kill here on Taz. I really want to see some speed from behind. Olofmeister actually does go down Neo with a really great double pickoff. Now it's a 3-on-4 here. They should be able to do it. They got 22 seconds. They got to put a move on it right here. Crims should be zoned out. Snax. Are they going to be able to put down the bomb? It's still far away. They're making it with just 12 seconds left. They got to move so much quicker than this. And Neo, the bomb is dropped here. Finally, they take him down, but got to pick up that bomb and put it down. Snax is on it, and Flusher is going to be alone. I feel like what's really hurting Virtus.pro towards this A bomb site is how much they hesitate once they get to the very doorstep of it. Flusher should not be able to reclaim this.
No, but then just Flusher things are always possible, right? He is the kind of guy who can walk in and get kills, but Pasha will find him before he can get anything done, and that will be a 10th or an 11th round rather now for Virtus.pro here. And is that actually, that's the first round they got this half, isn't it?
Yes, it is. They've lost 5 in a row, and finally they do pick it up. So, and a little bit worse than Fnatic did. Fnatic only managed to lose 3 in a row, and then they actually in the 4th round already started winning a couple of rounds. So there is a change in that sense. And the big difference in that sense is that Fnatic have a lot more money than Virtus.pro had at that point. They really do have a good bank. They spent all of it in this round, but it includes an AWP. So we'll see if it's going to be worth it.
On JW, and if VP continue to go towards A, they're going to be very sad. JW pushes very aggressively all the way up long, looking towards the T-spawn area. Bialy's gonna get flashed in though, goes for the spray, and Crims is there to support and make it a trade, 1-for-1. Fnatic maintain the advantage.
Pretty important work from Crims there, and he does actually go down to Snag, so that's unfortunate. Just as we were praising him, sorry for cursing him like that. It's a 3-on-3, and this is a must-win round for Fnatic. Ecoing right now that would be painful.
Ecoing is not allowed. VP run away with this game if Fnatic are forced to eco. But again, VP continue to pressure at A. Olofmeister is now alive behind the truck, standing behind that wheel because you can see his feet. Anywhere else behind that truck, you can see his feet from the entrance into A. So he has to stand right in that position, Olofmeister. Otherwise, he gives away his position towards VP once they start pushing in. But there's the preemptive nade into Hut. Not going to do any damage to anybody, but still, 35 seconds left on this clock. VP, they have to act.
Good kill from flusha here now, 2-on-3. Snax and Taz are left. Can they make anything happen? He's making a lot of noise, Olofmeister. They might be able to swish him in here, but he gets another kill. And now Snax 1-on-2, no health, no time, and doesn't even have the bomb. So this will be a straight equalize from Fnatic. And Snags, I mean, he's just caught here.
Yeah, he's caught in a box. I mean, he could try and run his way out of there, but the crossfire was set up once again. Olofmeister and flusha playing that down to perfection. And Fnatic recover after a very scary round there. I mean, if they lose that round, it really gets out of control. VP just run away with this game. Fnatic, they managed to stabilize. VP are going to be the ones now forcing up, trying to make something happen. 3 AKs, full nades for those 3 players, but Neo and Taz are the ones taking the hit here. Not too much money on their side.
I do agree with this force up though from Virtus.pro. I think this is a good idea.
Absolutely.
I wish they would keep doing what they're doing at A, but as soon as they get the early advantage, which they've had the last 6 rounds or something, I wish they would actually make something of it. Good kill coming in from Snax after, and that's a second one as Pronax and flusha both go down. And that was important work from Snax. They had a 5-on-3 turn into a 3-on-3, and then they rotate back to A, which has had pretty limited success. They have 1 round out of the first 7 on that bomb side.
Yeah, that and after a terrific performance there by Pronax, getting the initial 2 frags, Snax is going to get into another firefight here and take quite a bit of damage with JW, who's floating around the B site. VP trying to make Fnatic think that, hey, this is going to happen. We're going to be going to B, guys. Really, we promise. But in the meantime, Pasa has snuck his way all the way up to the top of toilets, closest to A site. He could get the drop on the man holding, and that's Olofmeister.
2-on-3 now, 2-on-2, and Snags, who got such a great triple kill this round, is going to be going down. Can they finally make this work? Crims looking in here, and Bialy doing some good damage to him, but they need to get that bomb down and defend it. That has to be the priority right here. Bialy's moving up. There's only 30 seconds, and they got to move quicker than this. Crims is getting back up from Olofmeister quick, but not quick enough. He does go down, and now Olof is in a 1-on-2. He's moving up. He's already spotted one. He's going to get the kill, and then the instant return. Pasha with the double. Much too close for comfort, I think, for Virtus.pro. These rounds are so scary. They do take the round lead again and force Fnatic to eco finally. That is a huge sigh of relief. It must be on the Polish side.
Definitely, and that's very, very dangerous now for Fnatic, as we can see their money all around $2,000. Not enough to get a real buy together here. So VP, they're going to get more momentum going their way. They should be able to take this round here unless Fnatic can come up big. And Fnatic, what are they doing? They're going for all-out aggression. Straight into connector right off the bat here. Crims and Olofmeister potentially could get picked off here as Snax is going to push right in, but the crossfire, can't even pronounce the word. Snax still alive somehow.
Yeah, and how is a really good question. They're going to push when Snax stays alive on 1 health. That's really border. He should have been dead almost instantly, but somehow that doesn't happen, and they end up taking the round, only losing Neo. So that's a big surprise, and maybe a little bit of luck, I think, as well from Snax there. 13-11, and now Fnatic forced it up, and I don't blame them for doing this, but it is a risk. It's a really big risk right now. FAMASes and 3 smokes, and no kit, not a single diffuse kit. Ooh. Actually, well, maybe that's not such a big deal because we have almost had no retakes for Fnatic. They either lose the round or they win it before the bomb goes down.
Exactly, right? They go for the picks, they get the advantage, or Virtus.pro just try and be stubborn and force their way to the A site. But there are the flashes going out. Neo gets 1 kill. It's a quick 1-for-1, though, as they have to back off. Snax, no big kills for him this time. And Fnatic hold, although, as I say it, Taz gets a double frag. flusha and Pronax both taken out with 1 bullet.
Gonna go for the safe plant here. You can't really bang through that stack of wood there. Pasha is miles away, which is a big problem if this retake happens too soon. He's gonna have to leg it. hit so quick, and he's getting closer and closer as the clock ticks in, and that makes it much worse. Olofmeister sneaking in from one side. He has to get some kills quick. He's going to pick up Taz, still a 2-on-2, and there's no kit. This is the big problem here. Pasha goes down. Bayali in the back goes down as well, and they have enough time to get to the defuse without the kit even. They should have just enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. That's really scary. And actually, I think a misplay from Virtus.pro challenging in that position, unfortunately. It's going to bring it right back to a tied score, 13-13. And now with Virtus.pro with enough money to buy, and actually, sorry, it's 13-12 here, not quite tied.
13-12. But again, Fnatic, they managed to save it at the very end here, taking advantage of Virtus.pro's mistakes. Virtus.pro peeking one at a time. They feed Taz in, and then one man peeks alone from Squeak Door area, and then it's just VP not really playing that. I mean, they should have learned that versus Titan and Frag by Masters. You don't peek one at a time.
And ultimately, because Pasha was so far behind, he could have gone for a flank. He could have just ran down to CT spawn. There are a lot of other options that Virtus.pro had that round, which didn't actually connect. Pasha through the smoke over by the pipe. It's going to be taking down JW. That's a really dirty kill to start off with. Pronax looking for the return, but he's got to be careful here. Grenades rain in. Pronax take the piggy, goes down. Flusher has to stand up tall. Taz
is warmed up right now. Man advantage, full HP for the rest of the members here for VP. The smoke goes down to cut off Flusha, but there's smokes everywhere on this side. He can't see anybody right now. He spots the man in pit, but Pasha strikes first, and Krims is on high, but Pasha's waiting for him here as well.
Olof and Krims, they've been so good, especially Olofmeister. There's Krims with a good headshot, 2-on-3. And there is a kid on Olaf, but he's alone, and Bayali, the monster, comes in, picks up the double kill. Bayali has 24 kills. He's out-fragging everyone at the moment. It's 14-12. There's no money left on Fnatic. They either have to decide to force up with armor or fight for overtime. That's basically the situation we're in here.
They have to, I guess it comes down to overtime, basically. It really does. Force up now, and they fully commit. Force up now, and they fully commit to just winning outright. But it's too much of a risk, it seems. They're not going to do it. VP should be able to get on that 15th round, and then the question becomes, can VP actually secure the final round that they will need to get this map?
Look at Snack, smoking off and just pretending there is no stairwell, and then just exploding the squeaky door and waiting right here.
He's trying to look through the smoke right now as well. He may have an idea. Does he have an idea? Does he pull the trigger? The smoke clears. Olofmeister waiting on the other side of it. Snacks, he's got a molly. Are you kidding? Snacks is so thorough.
Yeah, that was great. Just forcing Olofmeister up. Krims goes down. This is now looking very scary indeed. It's a good shot from Flusher. C-set 75. Pronax is hiding there as well, and they haven't actually checked Pronax yet. He's just going to pretend.
Do they not know? They have no idea that Pronax is here right now. Last man alive. Oh, he gets one! Nice surprise there. Peekaboo from pit, but Taz will end his party. And now, VP, map point. Fnatic after that eco. It's all or nothing again. It feels like we keep saying this, Anders, but it really is. Somehow, Fnatic keep bringing it back from the very edge. VP not able to close this game despite the fact that they've had many opportunities to do so throughout this half. Fnatic just keep fighting back. So now we have to see if they can run it 3 rounds in a row for overtime. That's the goal here now for the Swedes. And yes, the DreamHack Winter major champions.
If they lose, they're going to have to fight iBio power. That goes for both teams here. But right now, Fnatic need to win 3 rounds in a row and fight for overtime and then win it. Good trade down there. JW takes down Bayali. See if they can do a little bit more. They gotta do this, but the problem is Virtus.pro can actually buy in the next round too. They can force it up once more, so Fnatic had to win 2 consecutive rounds here before they can finally force an eco, and then, yeah, 2 rounds in a row, and Fnatic probably have the overtime secured.
More importantly, they have to win decisively. They need to keep 4 guys alive. They can't afford to be spending money round after round on FAMAS and limited nades. They absolutely need to just lock it down here, Fnatic, have one of those stellar performances. And again, VP slowly but surely working their way towards A. Taz not gonna get the best nade there. But
where are they? Where are the CTs? They actually rotated out of A. That's a big problem. This Krims holding. Olofmeister is coming back here, but they can't let go of that A bomb site because they don't have a kit. Once again, Fnatic do not have a defuse kit. If the bomb goes down here and Virtus.pro slow play it, that's going to be terrifying. 35 seconds left, and now The Polish team moves in for the kill. Can they get this round home, or is Fnatic going to show resilience once again? Olofmeister falling back. Neo can't find the headshot, and Olofmeister retaliates. Actually, the bomb is dropped here. They do take him down, but they still have to deal with Crims, who's up here somewhere.
Crims is alive in the hut, and they have no idea. He hasn't shown himself yet. They're going to run right into him. Taz gets caught. JW strikes from the stairwell, and now it's down to Snacks, but he can't pull it off. Fnatic will pick up the round and keep their hopes alive. It's all, I mean, Crims already, the ninja hiding in smoke and hut like that, not giving away his position. Olofmeister baiting him, but Neo, not sure he should have taken that fight, especially he's got the bomb. They keep getting on close to this site, but then not putting the plant down. They want to make sure that they've got control of it, but Fnatic just keep popping up everywhere.
Dangerous, dangerous situation here for Virtus.pro. They forced it up. They've used everything that they have. If they lose this, it's going to be overtime, and then who knows what will happen. Pronax charging into the construction area. They get their kill, and then the straight return as well. Taz went down in the meantime, too, so it's actually a pretty good situation for Fnatic, and let's see if they can make something of it. JW has an AWP, and that's always a little bit worrying.
The JWP in the position that he's holding as well, he should have eyes on that bomb. No, the smoke is down, so he's not actually going to get to see it get picked up, but that was way too close. JW almost getting the shot. VP down a man now. 29th round, and Flush is going to peek and see them still waiting in the squeak door area.
Yeah, good information brought out here. Still a lot of time for Virtus.pro to make a change, and wouldn't you know it, it looks like they're going to decide to go back towards that A bomb site, which has had, in my opinion,
zero activity this entire map.
Exactly. They've just, it's unoccupied, right? I don't understand. I really don't understand the decision.
I'm really fascinated as well.
There is actually, yeah, Crims and Olof are both holding here.
Yeah, but that's what they've been doing every time. And Crims is going to be in that hut. VP are going to run into that hut. They're going to give a freebie to Crims. Although Snacks manages to find Crims first. Olofmeister with the jumping swags. Drops Snacks. Triple kill for Olof. And a huge round.
A bit of a pat on the shoulder from the coach there. The Devil Walk really congratulating him on that one. That was very, very cool. Some acrobatics coming out. Now Virtus.pro forcing it up. They have no choice. It is the 30th round here. Overtime, if Fnatic can make it work, and they very likely can. Another round just flushed in that A bomb side.
Exactly. I'm still fascinated by the fact that Virtus.pro continue to just bang their heads into that A site. Seems like it's the only one that they've had any time to put any work in or that they have confidence on, but seriously. JW point blank. B is going to just stop the rush single-handed, it seems. Misses the third shot, though, and Snacks is not going to let that opportunity pass. But Flusha, he's got a bit of a barbecue going, and he's looking for the final frag. It's going to be on Snacks. Snacks is still alive on the site. He's picked up the op, but he gets closed in on, and then we will be going to overtime. 15-15 the score, and it's only fitting between the two major championship holders.
It is fitting, but I can't help but think that, I mean, you may be right. Maybe Virtus.pro put a lot of effort into attacking A, but there has to be one point during this half where you just think to yourself, you know, just look back at the last 10 rounds. We've been going A bomb side, it hasn't been working, and some of the rounds, most of the rounds we've won have been in B. So let's go B.
Well, like, they play aggressive towards A, right? And you expect, I mean, this is the thing, this is what's really fascinating about it. It's like you play aggressive towards A, Snacks runs out, whatever, you know, he's doing his thing over in mid, towards long. But we saw how Fnatic just keep shifting back over towards that mid area, making sure that, you know, the initial aggression, it was almost as if VP were doing it backwards. It's like they start the aggression on B and then shift over to A, the harder site to get into, really, instead of going for the B site where, you know, it's like flashes just rain in, no problem at all, and they can get on there fairly quickly. Doesn't really seem like they were able to do too much here, VP.
I think they had something like 6 rounds in a row in this half where they started off trading 2-on-1 in their favor.
And then they decided to go to A.
And then they decided to go to A and throw it away. And that is, I think that's actually almost a little bit unforgivable for Virtus.pro's point of view.
Do you think it's the spirit of Schneider?
I think it's
holding VP back right now on their jerseys, you know?
I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's definitely, you know, a little bit worrying.
Oh, we have the 2 LGB guys who transferred recently over to Fnatic, Olofmeister and Crims, and they are top fragging right now for Fnatic as well. Almost said LGB, but they're top fragging right now for Fnatic, and that's what we want to see from Olofmeister. That's what we want to see from Crims as well. Really great to see Crims come into his own, but Olofmeister, definitely one of those pickups that made by Fnatic, that we expect to see big performances from. So he is definitely stepping up here with some very flashy play. I think he had, what, like 8 kills or 7 kills at least with the Swag 7, the quad kill, and then the triple kill at the end. So just stellar play from Olof, putting that shot into good use.
So here we go. 4 rounds is what you need here in the overtime. You have 3 on the one half, 3 on the other half. First team to get to 19 rounds is going to be able to win it, so let's get it on here. Virtus.pro and Fnatic in overtime here at Group C. The winner, they go straight through to the playoffs. The loser gets to play iBuyPower, and that's not going to be fun either.
That's not going to be fun. iBuyPower are very good at this map as well.
But watching it will be.
Oh, it will be, I mean, yeah, that way. You put it that way, yes. It's not going to be fun for the players, but it's definitely going to be fun for us.
Exactly.
iBuyPower played twice on Cobble.
You don't
as well.
really want to be the gladiator, but if you're in the Coliseum watching it, it's kind of a different feel, isn't it?
You know, you want to make sure that the animals get fed, right? Those lions, they've got quite the appetite.
Polar bears too. Virtus.pro moving up here.
What does Germany have? Germany has like what? Moose?
Well,
Isn't
I don't
anything
know.
really.
Sweden has an elk, I know. That's the, I googled it, it's the Swedish national
It's a
animal.
Swedish elk? I was convinced that there were polar bears in Sweden until I actually moved there, and then I found out that that was all a lie and I'd been lied to my entire life.
Americans, right? Snags looking out from Squeak here over towards that B bomb site, and actually the rest of Virtus.pro are moving up towards A bomb site.
All right, A bomb site is going to be the place to be yet again, and I'm really surprised that Fnatic just don't actually have 3 guys holding solid on the A side at this point. They have to be what?
Because 2 work.
2
That's
works,
the simplest
exactly.
answer. But you're right, it does seem really predictable. Now the smokes and flashes going to rain in. Can they finally make it work? JW does go down. That's a decent start. Crim's still in here, and he's going to be dropped. Taz doing work. Oh, God. Olofmeister falls. 9 seconds left. Finally, they hit the jackpot.
Yeah, the flash makes a difference, and this is why also it seems like they're finally able to get the flashes to work for them, VP. And now it's just a matter of waiting it out to see exactly what Fnatic decide to do here. Pronax and Flusha alive. Pasha's on the other side of this smoke. Peekaboo. Flusha gets 2 kills though, and that's great. Turns this into a 1v2, and he's gonna go for this as well. He knows where Pasha is, but that sets it up for Neo with the AWP to pick up the frag from behind, and now VP pick up the crucial first round in this first half of overtime. Going into the second one here, Fnatic now, they have to spend pretty much all the money that's left to them. And that's the issue with losing CT round at the first half. Now look at where they stand, $800 on 3 of them right now. $800 on 4 of them. Flusha somehow manages to save from the kills, essentially.
I want to say that all those rounds they threw away at A, they don't, this one round doesn't justify it, but it could end up being enough. At which point I'm definitely, I don't know, I'm gonna have to talk to Taz after this. This is so silly. Maybe it works. Maybe it works after all.
Oh, nice shot through though. That whole place is wallbangable essentially, so Snags takes quite a bit of damage there to start. Playing with the squeak door, he gets punished. Pronax not having any of it. Now we approach the minute mark again, and VP have been really taking quite a bit of time. Neo goes for a flick shot, not gonna land it.
They do reveal they have their AWP, and it's just Neo doing a lot of work over at the B bomb site, keeping people there, while the rest are gonna go for A straight away. Molotov down, smokes and flashes in. It worked in the last round. Can they repeat it again? Definitely be impressive, but Pronax takes down Neo, and that gives up a big part of the game. Now they should realize, Fnatic, that the rest of VP are here, because they've been here pretty much throughout the rest of the game. So let's just see. 40 seconds left. Flashes rain in again. More Molotovs to follow here. Fnatic, they've been able to hold this so well. They should be able to do it once more. Really good flashbang here on Crims, but he's going to be unflashed by the time they come in, and he does go down anyway. Olofmeister drops the bomb. 25 seconds left, and now the rest of Fnatic are here, and great shot from Olofmeister. Runs out of bullets, but it doesn't matter. JW is there. Another nice defense.
Yeah, and the thing is, right now they're buying enough time, Fnatic, they're buying enough time for the rotation to come through. Olofmeister, by the time that push starts, JW already rotating in, Olofmeister rotates in from blue room, and that smoke going down to block him off doesn't actually matter, because unless VP are past that imaginary line that Fnatic are so good at holding, they can't actually see Olofmeister get out from that room onto the site. So that smoke going down from VP, great, but Olofmeister runs right through it every time, and then he just eviscerates them as they try and push past the line to get onto that site. It's not not meant to be, VP. Change it up. Go to B site. And now they are actually going to make it happen here. Pronax holding the angle, just barely dodging a shot.
That could have been a very quick death for Pronax there. Now he's going to get flashed in, take a quick peek here, and will take down Pasha. Really good team flash coming in there to help out Pronax. Smokes it off and just resets the situation. Very good job here from the Swedish team.
I mean, they stopped the push, they stopped the pressure, and VP now just trying to get into an extended fight. Neo almost gets spotted by JW, who's been boosted up to look over this smoke. He's standing on the sandbags, puts shots through, not gonna get it though. And it is reset. VP now looking for a different angle, a different way through.
I'm just happy they're going for the B-bomb side right now. I almost don't care what happens. I just want to see them try and do this again. Pronax hiding at the end of the smoke. There is a huge Fnatic presence here, so it's going to be very tough to get in. And now even worse. Neo and Bailey go down. Snags and Taz trying to see if they can make it through, but they're both at the same angle, and they have very little time.
That was kind of comical, actually. Pronax just jumps, and Snags is like not having that. Snags with a second frag now, brings it back to a 2-on-3. 30 seconds left now. Does JW peek? JW trying to draw attention, burn time off this clock, and he does find it through eventually. Headshot through the wall. Snags is gone, and Taz, the last man alive. 1v2 now.
And just 18 seconds. This shouldn't be possible any longer. He can't put the bomb down. He's going to kill a guy before he does. He fakes it. No, he's just going to put it down. Olofmeister walks up and takes him down right afterwards. That's a really, really good position from Olofmeister. Of course, nearly impossible for Taz to make that happen. And that will be 16-17. Fnatic winning 2 out of the 3 rounds in the first half of the overtime here.
Just solid play from Fnatic, really making sure that they understand exactly what VP are going for. They understand that VP have changed their minds. They want to go for the round voluptuous letter now. They want to go for B, but the problem is that Fnatic, they rotated the extra man over to hold it, and it just becomes so difficult for VP to actually get out on that site. Fnatic not having any of the shenanigans right now. And VP, I really feel like VP, you know, this map is like worst case scenario for them because we're not getting to see the very finely executed flashes, smokes, plus the aggression that comes behind that really kind of characterizes VP's play. Right now we're kind of just seeing like VP, you know, just trying to bum rush and throwing out nades, you know, hoping that they'll be effective, but the bum rush is not going to happen without those perfect nades that really set it up for them.
Going back to the CT side, though, for Virtus.pro, they did win 10 out of 5 rounds in the first half, so that's about a third of them, and Fnatic just won, you know, they just won 2/3 as well, so it's kind of the same pattern here in the overtime. The question is if they're going to be able to repeat that. If they can win 3 rounds in a row here, then Virtus.pro are going to be able to knock Fnatic down to play against iBuyPower, and there's a real chance that can happen. But otherwise,
we have VP who will get knocked down. It will be Fnatic claiming first seed because that's what's at stake here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning into the stream, we have both major championship holders facing off here for a chance at first seed from Group C. And this would be huge going into the playoffs tomorrow. I mean, having the advantage, having the favorable matchup is a big thing. You're going to be able to rest easy, essentially, going into tomorrow's best-of-3 quarterfinal matches that will be happening all day long. We won't miss a single one of them either. All 4 will be streamed here on the main stream with the whole crew as well. Adding in, well, we have Scoots here. We're on fire Scoots, you know, for the day. And Pansy will be joining Top Spot as well as Richard Lewis, yeah.
Yeah, that's all tomorrow, guys, and that's going to be absolutely fantastic, too. Now, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the second half of the overtime is going to happen. Fnatic, they're looking pretty good right now. Maybe they are going to be able to steal this away. Virtus.pro are 1 round down, but now they're on the more favored side. And look at this, Auto Sniper and AWP. They're not kidding, but this could come back to bite them seriously if they lose this round. They've just spent a lot of money buying here.
Oh, they've just decided to put their foot down and get that fantastic start. It's a huge risk from VP, though, because this is a lot of the money. The vast majority of their money has been spent on 2 of these players right out the gate in this first round. So it's crucial that VP pick this up for the state of their economy. But JW, he's not interested in giving them any time at all. He manages to pick off Neo to start.
Yeah, Snags does get a kill in return, but they need a lot more here. Taz goes down as well, and the B-bomb side's lost, and Snags, only 1 more kill happening. So 2-on-3, bomb goes down, and Fnatic, every time this happened in the past, they've managed to hold on to it. So retaking this, I think, is going to be almost nearly impossible for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, Flash is going down. Olofmeister picks off Bialy before he can really have an impact here, and now it's Pasha, 1v3. And he is just not going to be able to go for this. The after-plan positions from Fnatic are just going to be too difficult, and that bomb is ticked too far down. Pasha deciding to back off and try and hold on to this rifle. And this is what we're talking about. This is a $5,000 rifle he's got in his hands right now. That's nearly that. You get $10,000 in the first round. He spent $5,000 on the boomstick. The rest of it, He needs to survive. He needs to hold on to this gun. Olofmeister is going to get picked off immediately, and VP will hold on to the rifle, but Fnatic with just a dominant play, and now they are now 1 round away from taking first seed. It's the first to 19 here in overtime.
Yep. Match and map point. The rest will buy, of course, for Virtus.pro. They have the money to do that. And this 1 rifle saved here, it really does make a big difference. But that round actually started off with Neo just not anticipating that Fnatic were going to have that much speed on. He got caught in a weird position where he was sort of fumbling about a little bit. And that just set off a chain reaction that couldn't be stopped.
Getting caught out of position, and Fnatic aren't going to allow, you know, basically they're going for it again. JW once again pushing up here very quickly. Taz gets flashed. And JW doesn't really find a target right off the bat, so he doesn't decide to push in quite as aggressively, but this should open things up. JW gets found by Neo. Snax is now beginning his rotation over, but Neo is still holding on the site proper, and Fnatic have now been closed out. Smoke to block them off. And then Neo, as we can already see, you know, trying to check for the likely boost spots to make sure that, hey, if Fnatic do try and boost up there to get info or get a pick, he'll get them right back.
Flusha hoping desperately that someone's going to be a little bit too aggressive. A little bit too careless moving up somewhere. That would be a really nice opening for them at least. Still a 4-on-5 and still plenty of time left for Fnatic to wait this out.
They don't even need to do it, really. I mean, sure, get the info for VP, but they don't even need to take any risks by pushing up aggressively or trying to get info like this, because that could give them the information. There we go, 1 for 1 for Flusha. And the bomb has been dropped, but he's not going to have any trouble picking it back up again. We're into a 4-on-3 now where Fnatic, they're starting to run out of time, though. This is the problem. 30 seconds left, and they are not even on a site yet. They're going to go for a full-out train onto this B site.
Yeah, Bayali is here as well as Taz, and they should be able to have a pretty good hold into this, especially with Bayali up on the high ground. I think that should be a powerful position for him. But Taz has to stay alive. He spots a couple of people here, missing a lot of shots. Bayali goes down, Taz goes down. What is going on? Pasha comes in, but now it's a 1-on-2 for Snags, and he's very far away. That was another really big failure coming in here from Virtus.pro, and now Snags has to try and remedy the situation. Grenade goes out, not going to take anyone with him here, and the smoke disappears now. This 1-on-2 is really tough for him.
And he's down to 34 HP now. Snags goes for it. He's going to hold on to it as well. Swaps out for the pistol, but he's not going to get it. Fnatic pick it up, and they get first seed going into the playoffs tomorrow. Fnatic managed to eke out the win in the end. It went to overtime. But Kaylee with the perfect, not bad face. He was looking right there. We saw him in the crowd a second ago. Kaylee, not bad.
So there we go.
There we have it. Fnatic take the win, and Devil Walk is pleased. None of them will be going down to the rings tonight.
Virtus.pro versus iBuyPower is going to be our next game in that case. What a series we have on our hands here. It's getting better and better. All the games are going to overtime, and as the game moves on, and now we're going to see a North American team as well. Hands are being shook here, and that was a hard-fought battle on overpass.
That was. I mean, that was bloody. That was brutal. VP, the juggernauts. Well, Fnatic showed that they can be stopped. And VP really making quite a, I mean, just convinced that they were going to go for that site. It's almost like watching Navi on Dust 2 sometimes, where Navi will go B site 15 rounds in a row.
Almost like a scientific experiment where you say, we need a really good sample size. If we try this 100 times and it fails, can we rule out, can we say that that doesn't work officially? Because if it's only like a sample size of 10, but the problem is you don't have 100 rounds, you only have 15. So you got to make up your mind how many you really want to toss away in that A-bomb site.
How many can you give away before all of a sudden winning that half becomes nigh impossible? Yeah. And it turns into an overtime situation, because they ended that first half 10-5 for VP. Yeah. 6 rounds, but that is going to be it. That was first seed won by Fnatic, the DreamHack Winter Champions. Now we get to see if iBuyPower can take on the Virtus.pro in the second seed match that will be coming up right after this break.